Dwight Manfredi's double agent act is getting riskier. And in this week's episode, On the Rocks, things finally start to unravel. His alliance with Musso has him running secret missions, including a tense meeting with a creepy bomb maker that pulls him further from his real crew. While it's clear this setup will pay off later, it does feel like a distraction from what's truly heating up, the liquor war between Dwight and Jeremiah Dunmire. The episode starts with everything seemingly going well. The Montague 50 is back in Dwight's hands, and the crew is in high spirits. Dwight even drops some advice to Tyson about what it means to be a man. Margaret's political game is on fire. Cleo and Mitch seem steadier than ever, and for once, things almost look normal. But in Tulsa King, peace never lasts long, and that calm is just the storm's eye. Dunmire, ever the schemer, pulls strings through the Attorney General, sending an inspector to crash Montague's big launch event. Meanwhile, Cole keeps pushing Spencer, but his motives are murky. Spencer later learns Cole's actually tied to the Dunmire family, which makes it clear he's been sabotaging Dwight all along. Still, this side plot feels like a slow burn we'll need to keep an eye on. Back at the distillery, the inspector's visit goes completely off the rails. While pretending to inspect the barrels, Bigfoot tries to scare him by knocking a few kegs loose, but accidentally kills the man instead. The result? A darkly funny yet brutal scene that leaves Dwight's team scrambling. They can't afford to be suspects in the death of a state official, so they plan to leave the body for Bodie to discover the next morning as a tragic accident. But Dunmire's problems don't end there. Since the inspector never reports back, he storms into the Montague launch himself, axes in hand, and publicly accuses Cleo of stealing the Montague 50 formula, a recipe he claims was originally his and Theo's. The scene gets messy fast. Cole destroys one of the barrels, and Dunmire starts arguing loudly with the Attorney General, basically confessing to manipulation and corruption in front of everyone. It's a wild, desperate move that exposes how unhinged Dunmire has become. Amid the chaos, Dwight's troubles deepen elsewhere. His relationship with Bill Bevilacqua hits a breaking point. Ray is still trying to turn Bill against Dwight, while Dwight's own secretive behavior makes Bill increasingly suspicious. Every time Dwight sneaks off to do Musso's bidding, he feeds into the paranoia that maybe, just maybe, he's betraying his own crew. Sylvester Stallone and Frank Grillo deliver one of their best face-offs yet in this episode. Their late-night confrontation at Dwight's house is thick with tension. Bill accuses Dwight of lying about where he went earlier that night. He even admits he had Dwight followed. Bill knows Dwight met someone named Deacon, but doesn't know what that meeting means. Feeling cornered, Dwight explodes. "What are you saying? That I'm a fucking rat?" he yells, pressing a gun into Bill's chest. But Bill keeps his composure. He tells Dwight that if the situation were reversed, Dwight wouldn't hesitate to kill him. But he didn't. Then he walks away, leaving Dwight visibly shaken. Joanne, who overhears the whole thing, immediately asks her brother what's going on. Dwight brushes it off, saying they'll talk later, but it's clear this confrontation has rattled him to his core. The final scene delivers a shocking cliffhanger. Just moments after leaving Dwight's house, Bill is boxed in by two black SUVs. Armed men in tactical gear swarm his car, ordering him to keep his hands on the wheel. Bill's arrest feels too precise, too sudden. It reeks of setup. Could this be Musso pulling strings behind the scenes, framing Bill to isolate Dwight even more? Or is there a mole inside Dwight's own camp feeding Musso information? Either way, it's a dangerous game, and Dwight's running out of allies fast. Meanwhile, Joanne's worried they'll be painted as criminals after the chaotic Montague event. But Dwight rallies his crew with a speech that reminds everyone who he is. "If you think we lost, that means you think you won," he says firmly. That's never going to happen. With the inspector dead, Dunmire exposed, and Bill taken into custody. On the Rocks ends with Tulsa King back in high-stakes territory. The alliances are shifting, paranoia is growing, and for Dwight Manfredi, the walls are closing in. Episode 5 might just be the turning point of the season.